I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in, and because if you get into shooting, you're screwed.
Right.
All right, man.
I understand.
Right.
This, for starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
I'm no criminal. I'm not a criminal. I don't know what the hell. I have no idea why the hell he pulled his firearm on me. The only time I did the air horn was just to say pull over. Granted, that might not have been a good idea for somebody who just brandished a firearm, but I don't know. I figured I was okay if I was in, you know, if I had some body armor on, just to fucking figure out what the hell his deal was, because I didn't see him for the longest until he was riding my ass forever. So you guys try to pull this on this whole Wichita PD, try to pull this whole, you know, impersonating an officer on one of my other coworkers, and it didn't work for them either. So
I know where I was wrong, and I know immediately after I dealt with the SO that one time.
So
it was a couple weeks later.
You said you know where you're wrong. Where do you think you were wrong?
I shouldn't have got out the fucking car. I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have fucking talked to the dude. I should have just drove home. I should have let him wreck in and kill his kids. He had 2 kids in the back seat. Drunk as shit. They even told me. They were like, they were mad at me, telling me that they're arresting me for impersonating an officer. And then I was like, did I blow it? And they're like, yeah, he's clearly drunk. Like, they let him go. They let him go drinking and driving, but then they give me an arrest citation for impersonating an officer. I was very pissed because the dude had kids in the car and could have killed somebody. I could have returned here and I could have heard 10 minutes later that there was a 1045 right at the end of the street, and I'd known that I could have potentially prevented it. It's the only reason I followed him. It's the only reason I did what I did. Now, like I said, I know where I made a couple mistakes during that put me, and the reason they gave me that citation.
Where are you headed? Who are you?
I'm getting ready to. I got several guys chasing a guy right now.
Okay.
They're behind him, and I'm trying to catch up.
Trying to figure out who the hell you were. I'm reading your tag and everything. So
okay.
Get after it. Where are you going?
Well, I got to get him on the horn. I got you behind me. I got to link up with them. They're telling me they're tailing him right now.
Where? Where are they?
Lincoln and Lincoln by the Quick Trip over here. Lincoln and Tin Can. They're constantly on the move.
All right. Okay, you're not playing federal agent right now. Okay? You're a normal citizen.
I know, I am, and I'm just trying
doing something stupid for what it sounds like.
Yes, I got out with my dog. I asked the guy, could you clear the line?
That's a bad decision.
Okay. And then he turned around and started threatening me.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Okay.
You get out with a dog that's probably going to, he's thinking that damn thing's probably going to eat his ass. This is what happens when we can't distinguish between deputies or federal agents on and off duty. This is the stuff that happens.
Okay.
I thought it was an issue if you like pulled someone over and got out and, you know, went through the whole thing. I didn't know.
No, you're taking lawful action to sit there and try to stop the vehicle.
But I didn't want to stop him. I didn't try to stop him.
To let him know, to notify him, to do whatever you're trying to do.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought, you know, as a concern,
you're taking
this as a concern for someone.
Right, but if you were a concerned citizen, you should call the police. You're not supposed to take your security.
I got on the phone.
But again, you're not supposed to take security action on the road. That's where you're wrong.
Okay.
You understand it's a crime to impersonate a police officer, right?
I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could be facing jail time.
I mean, I understand that.
So honesty goes a lot further than lying. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what you did.
I don't know.
Why?
Just to give a reason to use to let her know that there was no harm.
So you realize most of these people don't care if you use their Wi-Fi? That's why they have it open.
And at the laundromat?
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to talk to the district attorney's office?
It's a township police department,
no,
or
it's
the village?
Village in Richland Township. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a village in Richland.
But you have no ID from them.
No,
all right.
No.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the chief.
No. I'm asking you a direct question. Have you been sworn in by
It's
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to put that right
listen,
out.
I'm not.
So if you are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me? So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm asking.
That's not what we're asking you.
I'm explaining to you.
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of Ohio with any department?
Not currently.
Okay, that's the question.
I'm unsure. I'm unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You would have to raise your hand, swear, sign a form, and you would get paperwork on that.
Hello.
Talking to the chief is not enough.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, like I said, every day, I get off. And, the landlord was saying, the past few months, even prior to us, moving in and residing here and whatnot, there've been break-ins and windshields being smashed in, mailboxes being knocked over, mail stolen, things like that. So
probably young
kids. Make a night, around every night or so.
All
Hopefully didn't plan on encountering this, but like you said, working law enforcement, you never know what's going to happen one day to the next.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let me go talk to my partners and we'll go from there, man.
So, here's my question about that. We're going to go from there. Why do you wear that badge? Because you were arrested at age 18.
Hold on.
Well, you couldn't be an expert in a firearms like that.
So my next question is to you. When did I tell the guy behind the counter at the 7-Eleven that, one, I was a police officer, and where does it say police officer anywhere on my clothes?
Doesn't have to.
And when did I tell him to get from behind the counter or do something that was law
No,
enforcement?
we never said that. I said somebody standing at the counter notices you. Standing. Not behind the counter. You put that in
so
there.
the guy that's next to me in line, when did I tell him to step back or get away from me or
He
go
made
outside?
We're just saying an observation.
Right.
Everything
So then
connected
when
as an
would
observation.
That be impersonating a police officer?
Okay. When does that person realize you're not a police officer?
I'm sorry.
When do they realize you're
I
not?
impersonate a police officer because what you just described.
I never said you were
This gentleman
impersonating a police
standing
officer.
here
You just said
reads
that.
No, I'm asking you.
I never brought the word of impersonating a police officer.
That's what you and
said.
Sergeant Vittler are doing.
No, I said
So
when you wear
you're trying
certain
to
things.
imply that because I wear this and I wear my uniform, that I'm trying to show we're law enforcement. We're not law enforcement.